Hello, is this thing on? Before we begin, I would like to give a most sincere thank you to Earthworks Audio in sending me their new Ethos microphone. Designed for broadcast and podcasting, this is the first episode in my using it, and I must say, it is simply divine. I hope you agree. If you are a podcaster or a producer, I highly recommend this Ethos microphone. It is quite lovely. Thank you, Earthworks. Now, on to the show. 2 weeks ago, I asked you to let go of all of your New Year's resolutions and simply just focus on loving yourself. So, just a little checking in here. How is that going for you? You're probably thinking, okay, all right, give it to me. Give me the pep talk. Tell me how I can better love myself, because I have to be honest, I don't know where to begin. I understand. So, are you ready for the most important pep talk of your life? Here it goes. The best thing you can do for your future self is to accept yourself for who you are today. Yep, that's it. And the best thing you can do for your future self is to accept yourself for who you are today. I know, you have goals. You want to love yourself, but at the same time, you want to be able to feel accomplished in something. And you feel like you can't stop right now until you've accomplished those goals. You want to be happier. You want to be more enlightened, more disciplined. I understand. It's okay to have goals. It's healthy even, as we have spoken about before. There's nothing wrong with wanting to make goals and work towards them. When used in the right way, they can make your life feel more meaningful, more fulfilling. But I wonder if there's a way to do that while still accepting the way things are now, the way you are now. Can you meet yourself where you are instead of where you wish you were? Oof, that is the question of the hour. Can you meet yourself where you are instead of where you wish you were? I'm Chad Lawson, and let's calm it down in 3, 2, 1. They kind of seem like opposing forces, don't they? Accepting yourself while at the same time trying to change yourself. Accepting the present moment while trying to move forward in the future. I know, but hear me out. The thing is that much too often we base our happiness on the condition that we meet our goals. How often have you thought, you know what, when I meet this goal, when I'm finally exercising enough or being productive enough at work or even meditating every single day, then I'll be happy. And I'm just not there yet, but I'm working toward it. Everything will change when you meet this goal, you think. And after I've met this goal, then I'll be able to enjoy life. That's when things really starts. But think about this. Life doesn't happen in an imaginary future when you're perfect and you've met all of your goals. Life is already happening right now. Right this very moment, while you're busy working towards that next goal and the next and the next. Life is just, it's happening. It's passing you by one day at a time. Life doesn't wait for you to be skinny enough. It doesn't wait for you to be strong enough. It doesn't wait for you to be whatever enough. It doesn't wait for you to have enough in your retirement account. It doesn't wait for you to love yourself enough, or until you've locked down the perfect self-care routine or find that perfect partner. Life is kind of its own little world with its own time zone. It doesn't know or care what you have going on or how important your goals are. It just walks on like somebody with headphones that just can't hear the world around them, minute by minute, day by day. Tick tock. If you're listening to this podcast, then I bet you already have some reasons to be happy right now. You probably have your hearing, for example, or your sight, or some way to consume information. You have some sort of access to technology, obviously. you're alive, unless there are some zombies or ghosts out there listening, which if so, please let me know. That would be fantastic. I would super be interested in hearing from you. But you wake up every day, and if those things aren't wonderful enough to feel happy about right now, then I wonder if these things that you long for, the things that you want in your future, are they really going to be enough when you get there? When you have those things? And the other thing is, you can't shame or scare anyone into changing, not even yourself. I once heard someone say, people can only change when they are accepted for who they are now. I'm going to say that one more time. People can only change when they're accepted for who they are now. Does that go for you? Can you let go of this idea that your life will only be worthwhile once you've reached this ideal version of it? Can you stop trying to shame or scare yourself into accomplishing your goals? Can you see the truth that you are already surrounded by things that are enough to live for? Can you meet yourself with gentleness where you are? You aren't at war with yourself, and your goals don't have to be about beating yourself up into submission. They don't have to be about becoming a so-called better version of yourself, no matter what the cost. And you don't need to postpone happiness until you've gotten there, wherever there might be. This goes for any goal, including the ones that sound gentle, like loving yourself or making sure that you're even resting enough. We think we can't start living until we're happy enough or healthy enough or successful enough. So we put pressure on ourselves to finally be ready to live. And while we're waiting, life goes on, passing by. I'd like to do a quick little exercise. We're going to practice meeting yourself where you are right now. And we're going to celebrate all of the abundance that's already here. If you'd like, you can take out a piece of paper, or you can do this in your head, totally up to you. But think about your life, the way it is right now, this very moment. What do you usually do on a day-to-day basis? Who do you see? Where do you spend most of your time? A lot of different feelings may be coming up for you right now. Some of you might feel happiness and gratitude. Others, you may feel frustration or even some despair. You want so badly for things to be different, and that's okay. Anything you feel is okay. There's no wrong answer with this. But here's the hard part. Can you nurture a sense of acceptance for the person you are right now? Acceptance doesn't have to mean you're crazy about it. Let's just be honest. It's okay to have goals for yourself and you want to challenge some things, but acceptance, well, there's a difference. There's a difference between saying there are things I want to work on, and then also saying there are things I want to work on and I'll never be happy until they happen. This life you're living, it's your life. It's your one precious, messy, beautiful life. And you can't pause it. What are the things that you already have that make your life great right now, this present moment? What are the things that make this life worth living? I'd like for you to repeat this after me, okay? Let's close our eyes. You ready? I am worthwhile just as I am. I am worthwhile just as I am. My life is worth living just as it is. If you need to pause and write these down, I really recommend it. I am worthwhile just as I am. My life is worth living just as it is. I want to invite you to meet yourself where you are. Accept things as they are and live life in the present moment. Accept yourself as you are, even if you aren't yet the peaceful, enlightened, self-loving person you want to be. You're working towards it. The journey is the goal, and you'll get there. Accept yourself as you are. To find more episodes of Calm It Down, hear the musical playlist from today's episode, or simply wanting to know where to send chocolate chip cookies, visit calmitdownpodcast.com. You'll even find additional resources for emotional support, including our online community and our Facebook page. You're not alone. You are not alone. This podcast was written and produced by yours truly, Chad Lawson, composer, pianist, and nationally recognized Sweet Tooth. And now something my attorney wants me to say. The views, expressions, and techniques in this episode are of my personal opinion and is not intended to, nor should they serve as a substitute for medical advice or diagnosis rendered to you by your individual doctor or other healthcare provider. Only a licensed physician should evaluate your situation, provide a diagnosis, or render other medical advice to you, and you should only act upon the advice of such physician. Now, what I like to say. I am an extreme empath by nature, but my profession is that of a composer and pianist, not a licensed therapist or physician. I hear from thousands of listeners how my music has helped them through various stages of emotional needs, and I simply want to offer this and future podcasts in aiding those needs. To find a list of licensed professionals in your area, please visit calmitdownpodcast.com. And finally, if you've enjoyed today's episode, please leave a review. While it takes less than 60 seconds to do, its impact will last for years to come, as every little bit helps in growing the awareness and the importance of emotional health. I'm Chad Lawson, and until next time, be kind to your mind, and join me next week as we calm it down.